All right, on this video, we're getting back to Daisy guns. I went on a fun excursion with the Crossman Legacy, but I took a little bit of grief because people were asking me, do I have to shoot at 1.5-inch targets? Is there something wrong? Do I have bad eyes? Okay, now these are inch targets. Now we're talking Daisy again. So that is an inch coin. I trace it, color that in all the way because it's only an inch. And so it's just that and filled in with a highlighter. Okay. Now, no, there's nothing. Well, my eyes aren't what they used to be, but now we're talking Daisy accuracy. Okay. We're talking 880 accuracy. Okay. So this is my 77XS. And after a recent video I shot about having to fix O-rings, I was like my 7th repair. I think the kids at the sports store were really hard on it. So I'm kind of giving it a rest. I'm still plinking around with it, but I'm not using it for hunting. So I'm bringing on line the 880 Shadow, which is beautiful black with white accents there, and in the stock. Beautiful gun. They both have the same power. Remember that the 77XS is the original. It's not the super powered one now. So let's take a look at these targets. All right. So for that 77, you see in front of here, right there, right in front. Okay, so at 13 and 15 yards, okay, the ammo used here was JSB 8.4 Dome, excellent pellets, really expensive, but I'm gonna use them while I got them. And then it looks like for the 880 platform, my new favorite is the Piranha. That actually shoot better. Well, I'm just gonna say it. These shoot better in the 880 than they do in my Legacy, as far as accuracy. So. Okay, so JSB Dome. Okay, so at 13 yards, I had one miss. That would likely be hitting the field, but anyway, so I did a do-over, and so it's 10 out of 11 here. Here, that's not the gun, not the pellet, that's me. So again, so an extra shot, 10 out of 11, and that's an inch. That is good. Now, I want to make it clear that the guys at the gun shop say any gun with notch sights, you don't see a scope on either one of these two, no peep sights. Any gun with notch sights where you can get most of your shots inside of an inch or nicking it is a good gun, and you're a good shot. All right, a decent shot. It's a decent gun and you're a decent shot. So especially that. So again, I actually fired an extra one because there's one miss. So 10 out of 11 at 15 yards. Okay, so that means I don't win a trophy, but I definitely will hit what I'm aiming at in the field. Okay. Now, this is interesting because this is why I'm bringing this online. I'm bringing on this Shadow online and just giving this little break from active hunting duty. Okay. All right. So, and we're going to talk about the stocks on these guns in a second here. All right. So at 7 yards, and you're probably thinking 7 yards. Well, we're on YouTube, so what I'm going to say is that for certain pests in the suburb that have bushy tails and long ears, is that you can get as close to 7 yards, and with an 880, with the relatively 5 to 6 pounds of force pumped up a decent amount, you need to close to about, if you can, 7 yards if you can. So, okay. So at 7 yards, with the 77XS, I put the front sight about right there, right where you see that pointer. It was just shooting right above it. So I learned to hug it to where the front sight was kind of hugging it, and then it narrowed up and moved up into that target. Okay, on the 880 Shadow, I'm using Piranhas on that one. It's just working for me. I put the front sight right there, right underneath, and it's shooting in the middle and high. Now on something as big as a pest with a fluffy tail and long ears, that's all great. That's all going to be hits at 7 yards. Okay, and then the one miss, you're wondering what happened there. That's a lead ball. That's a Gammo lead ball. And that's fun ammo. I'm going to describe it like this. It's fun ammo, and it saved me in the field a few times where I actually missed with the pellet. The pest wasn't too far away, and usually they shoot a little better, but when you're dealing with something that big, it saved me a few times in the field. So I'm a believer in the lead balls for cleanup shots and just having fun with. And in one case, I actually missed with the pellet, and it actually saved a day. So this 880 Shadow on back happens to have a very tight shot tube. That's what they call the barrel. The manufacturer call the barrels in these pump guns, and it it takes those lead balls very well. Problem with the lead balls is they can roll down the barrel. Not with that one. So that's another reason I'm bringing that online. In fact, after the video, I'm literally going to load it up with 50 of these. I just was shooting them. And I don't have to sort it at all for that gun. So, yeah. So, back to this target now. So, like I said, these, you're wondering, why is this so different? And it's only 7 yards. So, how is it that the piranhas that are almost 11 grains are flying high when these are just a little heavier than a wad cutter, just under 8.5, are shooting a little low? Both guns are pumped 6 times. So this is where it's kind of fun and fascinating. So at fluffy tail range, the heavy pellets are, does it mean that the shadow is more powerful? Is that what I'm saying? Getting at? No, it's, now let's look at the stock to close out the video. So the kids at the store, I think, were rough, and the original stock that came with this broke off. So that's a Daisy 35 stock. It's shorter. And so I have a shorter stock. It may be having to jack the elevation on the sights all the way. That's okay. Whereas we look at this one has a regular 880 stock, and the elevation, if you'll notice, isn't hardly jacked at all. It's on the third, we'll say on the third click. And so I just want to finish by saying it's okay to use a Daisy 35 if you're 880 77 XS, or for that matter, the 1977 XS. If that breaks off, you can use a Daisy 35 stock. It just does change how the gun shoots and how it operates. The power is the same in both, but it just is one of those funny things. So the 880 Shadow with the traditional stock on it actually is shooting these pellets higher with the same mount, just 6 pumps at this range. On the field, it would be 7. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I just want to make it clear, folks, yes, I am not that bad of a shot. With the Legacy, I had to kind of go with what I had there, 1.5 inches up to 15 yards, but the Daisy 880 is capable of inch accuracy at 15 yards, and that's all hard sight. All right, thank you.